Here is something every dog owner should understand. Your dog's kidneys may not show obvious warning signs until a large amount of function is already gone. That means by the time you notice increased thirst, frequent urination, low energy, poor appetite, or weight loss, the problem may have been building quietly for a long time. And one daily habit can make this harder on the body. A diet built mostly around dry kibble. Most dry kibble contains very little moisture, often around 10%. Now, kibble can be convenient, but if your dog is eating mostly dry food every day and not taking in enough water, their kidneys must keep filtering with less hydration support. Over time, that can place extra stress on a system that is already working silently in the background. This does not mean you should throw away your dog's food overnight, but it does mean you should start thinking about moisture as part of nutrition. Dog-safe fresh additions like cucumber, steamed pumpkin, zucchini, blueberries, or a spoonful of plain cooked sweet potato can help bring natural moisture, fiber, and nutrients into the bowl. You can also soften kibble with warm water or low-sodium dog-safe broth, but be careful, not all kitchen scraps are safe. Avoid onions, garlic, grapes, raisins, chocolate, cooked bones, and anything with xylitol. The goal is simple: support the kidneys before they are forced to cry for help. A hydrated bowl today may help protect your dog's comfort, energy, and long-term health tomorrow. When we talk about kidney support, many dog owners immediately think about expensive supplements. But one of the most important tools is much simpler: moisture. For dogs with a history of urinary stones, veterinary guidance often focuses on increasing water intake because more moisture helps dilute the urine and reduce the concentration of stone-forming compounds. MSD. Veterinary Manual. One of the easiest dog-safe scraps to start with is cucumber ends. Cucumber is made up of about 96% water, making it a light, low-calorie way to add hydration to your dog's bowl. snaped.fns.usda.gov. Slice it thinly so it is easy to chew. For a small dog, start with 1 or 2 slices. For a larger dog, 4 or 5 slices can be enough. The goal is not to replace a meal, the goal is to quietly add moisture. Next is watermelon, but this one needs extra care. The red flesh is sweet, so too much can add unnecessary sugar. Some research shows watermelon rind contains citrulline, an amino acid connected with blood vessel function, but tough rind can also upset a dog's stomach or create a choking risk if served carelessly. PubMed. So if you use it, remove the hard green outer skin and offer only tiny pieces of the soft white inner part, and skip it completely if your dog has digestive issues. Then there is celery. Celery is safe for dogs in moderation and contains fiber, vitamins, and minerals, but it should always be chopped finely to prevent choking. akc.org. Think of it as a crunchy hydration booster, not a medicine. Start small, maybe 1 teaspoon for a small dog or 1 tablespoon for a large dog, and build slowly so the stomach can adjust. Finally, zucchini is one of the most useful vegetables for dogs because plain, raw, steamed, or cooked zucchini is safe in moderation as long as it has no salt, oil, butter, garlic, or seasoning. akc.org. It adds gentle moisture, fiber, and volume without being heavy. For small dogs, try 1 to 2 tablespoons. For larger dogs, 3 to 4 tablespoons can be mixed into food a few times per week. But here is the warning. Kitchen scraps should support your dog's diet, not replace veterinary care. If your dog has kidney disease, bladder stones, urinary crystals, diabetes, or is on a prescription diet, talk to your vet before adding new foods, because the real goal is not random feeding. The goal is a smarter bowl, one that helps your dog stay hydrated, comfortable, and protected before problems become obvious. Now let's talk about the scraps that do more than add moisture. They may help reduce everyday oxidative stress and support the body's natural defense systems. But first, a quick warning. If your dog already has kidney disease, bladder stones, diabetes, pancreatitis, or is eating a prescription diet, do not add random foods without checking with your veterinarian. Kidney nutrition can depend on phosphorus, sodium, protein, potassium, and your dog's blood work, so healthy food for one dog may not be right for another. VCA, a simple place to start, is romaine lettuce core. Most people throw it away, but for dogs, small chopped pieces can add crunch, fiber, and light hydration without many calories. Think of it as a fresh moisture booster, not a kidney treatment. Chop it small to prevent choking and mix a few pieces into the bowl. Next, apple peels, but only if they are washed well and only without seeds or core. Apples are generally safe for dogs in moderation, and the peel contains fiber and plant compounds that can support gut health. For tiny dogs, start with one thin strip. For larger dogs, a few strips a couple of times per week is enough. Never give the core or seeds. American Kennel Club. Then we have blueberries. These are small, easy, and packed with natural pigments called anthocyanins, which are linked with antioxidant activity. For your dog, that means blueberries can be a gentle way to support cells against normal daily oxidative stress. Start small, 4 or 5, for a small dog, 8 to 10, for a larger dog, and mash them if your dog tends to swallow treats whole. American Kennel Club. And finally, broccoli stems. Most owners focus on the florets, but the stems can be finely grated and used in tiny amounts. Broccoli contains sulforaphane-related compounds, which are studied for their role in activating the NRF2 pathway, one of the body's internal systems involved in responding to oxidative stress. But broccoli can also cause gas, so this is not a more is better food. Use a very small amount, no seasoning, and no oil. PMC. The real message is, this your dog's bowl should not be filled with random scraps. It should be upgraded with intention. A little romaine for moisture, a little apple peel for fiber, a few blueberries for antioxidants, a tiny amount of broccoli stem for plant-based support. Small changes done safely can help make your dog's daily diet feel fresher, more hydrating, and more protective. Because kidney support is not just about reacting when symptoms appear. It is about building a smarter bowl before the body starts asking for help. Here is the most important rule before adding any kitchen scraps to your dog's bowl. Scraps are support, not replacement. Even healthy foods can become a problem if they push out your dog's complete and balanced diet. A few fresh additions can add moisture, fiber, and antioxidants, but too much can create new imbalances. A good safety rule is to keep treats and extras under about 10% of your dog's daily calories, because treats are not complete meals. VCA. So do not suddenly fill the bowl with new foods. Start small. Add one ingredient at a time. Watch your dog's stool, energy, itching, appetite, and thirst. Then slowly increase over a 2 to 3 week adjustment window. This gives the digestive system time to adapt and helps you notice which food helps and which one does not. But now we need to talk about the red alert foods. First, grapes and raisins. These are never safe for dogs in any amount. Some dogs can develop sudden kidney injury after eating grapes or raisins, and veterinary sources warn that kidney damage is most likely to develop within the first 2 days after ingestion. If your dog eats them, do not wait for symptoms. Call a veterinarian or poison helpline immediately. VCA. Second, onions and garlic. Fresh, cooked, powdered, or even in broth or cooking water, they are dangerous. These foods can damage red blood cells and lead to hemolytic anemia, meaning the body loses its ability to carry oxygen properly. That oxygen stress can put extra pressure on every organ, including the kidneys. MSD, Veterinary Manual. Third, seasoned, salty scraps. Human leftovers often contain sodium levels that are far too high for dogs. Excess salt can disturb fluid balance, and in serious cases cause salt toxicosis, also called hypernatremia. This risk becomes even greater for older dogs, small dogs, or pets with kidney, heart, or hydration problems. MSD Veterinary Manual. So before giving your dog just a little bite, pause and ask, is this plain safe and useful? Or is it seasoned human food? Wearing a healthy disguise, the smartest bowl is not random. It is measured. It is gradual. It is plain. And it avoids toxic foods completely. Because kidney support is not only about what you add, it is also about what you refuse to risk. Here is the message every dog owner needs to hear: your dog's kidneys work quietly. They filter waste balance fluids and help keep the body stable every single day. But they often do not show obvious warning signs until serious damage has already happened. Veterinary references note that clinical signs of chronic kidney disease may not appear until around 75% of kidney functional mass is lost, which is why waiting for symptoms can be dangerous. MSD. Veterinary Manual. That is why proactive support matters. Small dog-safe food scraps should not be seen as trash. They can be used carefully as hydration and nutrition support, not as medicine, and never as a replacement for a complete diet. Cucumber pieces, for example, are considered safe for dogs and can be a low-calorie, crunchy source of extra moisture. American Kennel Club apple peel can also be used in moderation, but only when washed well and served without seeds or core. Because dogs should not eat every part of every fruit. American Kennel Club. But be careful with watermelon. Dogs can eat watermelon only when the seeds and rind are removed, because the rind may upset the stomach or create a blockage risk. American Kennel Club. So the goal is not to dump random leftovers into the bowl. The goal is to think differently. Every plain, safe, moisture-rich addition is a small act of prevention. A few fresh pieces today may help your dog stay better hydrated, more comfortable, and better supported over time. Because kidney care should not begin when the body is already struggling. It should begin quietly in the bowl every day.